I come from India, a land of great spiritual diversity, home to some of the world's oldest and most influential religions. Today, I want to talk about one of them. It's Sikhism, the youngest of the major religions coming from India, and a faith which is often misunderstood and confused in the West. Sikhs are sometimes confused with Hindus because of the cultural similarities, and sometimes they are confused with Muslims because of the turban and the beard. However, in reality, Sikhism is a distinct independent religion with its own worldview, its own language, its own practices, and its very own sacred text. Sikhism was founded just over 500 years ago, but it is spiritually profound and it has an extremely colorful, rich, and an unfortunately violent history. Despite making up less than 2% of India's population, Sikhs have played a disproportionately important role in Indian history, especially in defending human rights, spiritual freedom, and equality. They make up around 10 to 15% of the Indian army, which means they are overrepresented by 5 to 7 times compared to their population share in India. The British classified Sikhs as the martial race and recruited them into the army in large numbers. This tradition continued post independence also, post 1947. In fact, the Indian Army today has a specific regiment called the Sikh Regiment among its most decorated and celebrated units. Sikhism was founded in the 15th century India, long after Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism had already come, and it was founded in direct response to the religious conflict, social injustice, and inequality of the time. Let me take you on a chronological journey of this remarkable faith from its spiritual awakening to its transformation into a force for social justice and resistance against oppression. But first, especially for the Western viewer, let's begin with how to identify a Sikh. Sikh identity, Singh, Kaur, and the turban. To promote equality, the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, gave every Sikh man the name Singh, which means a lion, and every Sikh woman was given the name Kaur, which means a princess or the sovereign. This was revolutionary because it erased the previous caste based surnames and emphasized that all people are equal in dignity. Additionally, many Sikhs wear turbans also and they keep their hair unshorn. This turban is not just a cultural accessory, it is a sacred article of faith. It symbolizes honor and courage and spiritual discipline. Guru Gobind Singh Ji also institutionalized this turban in the year 1699. These were the times of direct persecution and oppression against the Sikhs, and the turban was a way of them declaring to the world, we will not hide, we will stand visible and strong. The birth of Sikhism and the divine revelation that Guru Nanak Ji, the founder of Sikhism, experienced all happened between the years 1469 to 1539. Sikhism actually began with the birth of Guru Nanak Dev Ji in the year 1469 in a village called Talwandi, which is now in Pakistan, and it's now called Nanak Sahib. He was born into a Hindu family, but from an early age he rejected the rituals, caste system, and the divisions that he saw in the Hindu society. Nanak is believed to have received his education in Sanskrit, Persian, Farsi, and Gurmukhi, which is the script for the Punjabi language. He was already discontent with the caste based divide and oppression that had made its roots in the Indian society. As a young man, Nanak was employed as the keeper of the granary and the storehouse for the local governor of Sultanpur Lodhi, which is in present day Punjab of India. It's very important to mention that at this time he was also married to Mata Sulakhna and he had two kids with her, Shri Chand and Lakshmi Das. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji was born in Talwandi, Pakistan, Punjab, and then he was working with his family, his wife and two sons in Sultanpur Lodhi, the Punjab of India. At the age of 30, Guru Nanak Dev Ji disappeared for 3 days while bathing in the river Kali Ben. People believed that he had drowned, but when he returned, his face was radiant and he went silent for a while. And then, when he spoke, his first words are believed to be Na koi Musalman, na koi Hindu, meaning there is no Hindu and there is no Muslim. This wasn't as much a denial of religion as it was a profound insight, a profound spiritual insight that God is one and all human beings are created equal regardless of religious or social biases or labels. From that moment on, Guru Nanak Ji became a spiritual teacher, not claiming to be a prophet or God, but a guide to help others experience the divine directly. The Udasis spreading the message across the borders. After his divine revelation or his enlightenment, Guru Nanak Dev Ji spent the next 24 years traveling across India, Tibet, Mecca, Baghdad, and beyond on journeys which are called Udasis to spread the message of universal brotherhood, inner devotion, and a truthful living. These journeys all happened between the years 1499 to 1521. Udasi can be referred to as a pilgrimage. These Udasis are believed, there is believed to have been four major Udasis, four major spiritual journeys that Guru Nanak Ji took. The first Udasi was between the years 1500 to 1506 and it was in the eastern part of India, including Haridwar, Varanasi, Prayagraj, Bengal, and Assam. The second Udasi was between the years 1506 to 1513 and it was towards the south of India, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Rameshwaram, and as far as modern day Sri Lanka. The third Udasi was between the years 1514 to 1518 and it was northwards, including the Himalayan belt, modern day Kashmir, Tibet, and northeastern state of Sikkim. The fourth Udasi was between the years 1519 to 1521 and it was towards the west of India and outside the Middle East, including modern day regions of Mecca, Baghdad, and Kabul. And during this journey, he also met several Sufi saints and Islamic scholars. He wasn't alone, Guru Nanak Dev Ji wasn't alone in his journeys or udasis though. He was accompanied by two people, Bhai Mardana. He was a Muslim musician who played the rabab and symbolized an interfaith harmony. And Bhai Bala, he was a Hindu companion who was assigned the task of documenting these udasis and his teachings. Together, these two people embodied Guru Nanak Dev Ji's vision, a Hindu, a Muslim, and a universal teacher walking side by side, singing divine hymns in local languages so that ordinary people could understand spiritual truths in a simple way without the necessity for priests or intermediaries. A very important question which should absolutely not be overlooked. What happened to Guru Nanak Dev Ji's family when he was away on these journeys? During his absence, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's wife, Mata Sulakhna Ji, she stayed in Sultanpur Lodhi with her two sons, where Nanak Ji had worked before his enlightenment. She raised the two sons largely on her own while Guru Nanak Dev Ji was away. Although her role isn't highlighted very much in history, she is deeply revered amongst Sikhs. After completing the Udasis, Guru Nanak Ji settled in Kartarpur, Punjab, and he called his family to live with him. One of Nanak Ji's sons, Sri Chand, he founded the Udasi sect upon growing up, and he carried forward some of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's teachings in a more ascetic form. The other son, Lakshmi Das, chose to get married, have a family, and live a very normal, quieter life without much involvement in spiritual leadership. Please note that Sikhism does have an order of gurus after Guru Nanak Ji. It was Bhai Lehna Ji immediately successing him, who later became known as Guru Angad Dev Ji. But the order is not based on hierarchy, it's not based on familial relationships. So Nanak Ji's sons didn't succeed him. Another very important question from a Western viewer's perspective and also from my perspective, are Sikhs and Punjabis the same? What is the difference between these two identities? Punjab is an ethnic and a linguistic identity, and it is tied to the region of Punjab in India and Pakistan, while Sikhism is a religion. It was founded in the region of Punjab. Since Sikhism was born in Punjab, most early Sikhs were Punjabis. The Guru Granth Sahib, which is the holy book of Sikhism, is also written in Gurmukhi script, which is the script of the Punjabi language and is written in Punjabi language. But Punjabis can follow any religion. They can be Hindus, Muslims, Christians. It's a cultural and regional identity, and it's not a religious identity. In India, Punjabis are predominantly Hindu, whereas in Pakistan, most Punjabis are Muslims. Most early Sikhs were Punjabis, and Sikhism exists today as a religious minority in both India and Pakistan. But there are many non Punjabi Sikhs, including converts from white, black, and Latino communities too. Guru Nanak Ji passed on his spiritual light not through bloodline but through merit, through wisdom and divine grace to a series of 9 more gurus after him. Each guru became the spiritual guide and the leader of the Sikh community after the previous guru. This succession was not political, it was spiritual. Each guru chose a successor based on their humility, their understanding, and inner connection, and not based on any type of political affiliation or familial affiliation. Here's a brief overview of the 10 Sikh gurus. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was the first guru, and he was also the founder of Sikhism. He was succeeded by Guru Angad Dev Ji, who introduced and standardized the Sikh scripture and Gurmukhi script. Guru Amar Das Ji, he organized the very famous langar system in Sikhism, the free community kitchen which still exists today in Sikh gurudwaras globally, and he fought against gender and caste discrimination. Guru Ram Das Ji, he founded the city of Amritsar, and it's now home to the famous Golden Temple. Guru Arjan Dev Ji, he compiled the first Sikh scripture, the Adi Granth. He was also unfortunately tortured and executed by Mughal Emperor Jahangir, and he thus became the first Sikh martyr. Guru Har Gobind Ji, he responded to Sikh persecution by adopting martial training. He built the Akal Takht, which is the throne of the timeless, symbolizing spiritual and temporal authority. Guru Har Rai Ji, he was a man of peace and healing, and he continued to promote social welfare. Guru Har Krishan Ji became Guru at the age of 5, and he served during a smallpox epidemic and died young while treating the sick. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, he gave his life defending the religious freedom of others, especially Hindus. He fought against forced religious conversions put in effect during the Mughal rules by Mughals at the time. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was beheaded in Delhi by Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb in 1657 in Delhi. Guru Gobind Singh Ji, he was the warrior poet. He created the Khalsa and declared Guru Granth Sahib, which is the holy text, as the eternal Guru. So he was the last Guru in the line of Gurus. After these 10 Gurus, one begs the question, why didn't Sikhism, a religion which promotes all equality, equality of castes, equality of religions, equality of genders, not have a female guru, a female Sikh guru? Very important question, and let's discuss it in the next video along with more information about Sikhism.